Winning the lottery is supposed to solve your problems, which is funny because for some people it just upgrades their problems to luxury, high definition disasters. Give the average person a few $1 million and suddenly they transform into a financial horror story with a pool, three ex-spouses, and a tax bill that reads like a ransom note. This isn't about bad luck. It's about watching common sense quietly pack its bags the second the first check clears. And if you think blowing money is hard, wait until you see how creatively people ruin their lives with it, because we're just getting warmed up. 1. I love how some people win the lottery and immediately treat it like a speedrun challenge called How Fast Can I Ruin My Life? Take the guy who won millions and decided the smartest first move was quitting his job mid-shift. No plan, no budget, just vibes. Within a year, he had upgraded from stressed but stable to broke but with better memories. Turns out, when you replace income with impulse purchases and assume money is infinite, reality shows up like an uninvited tax auditor. He bought cars like they were groceries, handed out cash like Oprah on espresso, and somehow seemed shocked when the bank account hit zero. It's like watching someone set their house on fire because they just got a bigger one, and then realizing they forgot to pay for the new house. 2. Then there's the classic move, winning millions and immediately becoming the world's most generous ATM for friends, cousins, and that one guy you met once at a barbecue in 2007. One winner handed out so much money that his social circle expanded faster than a startup during a hype bubble. Suddenly, everyone had a business idea, and spoiler alert, none of them were real businesses. Within a couple of years, he had funded more bad ideas than a Silicon Valley venture capitalist on a bad day. And when the money dried up, so did the friendships. It's amazing how loyalty evaporates the second the free cash flow stops. Turns out, when you build relationships on money, you don't have friends, you have subscribers. 3. One winner decided the best way to celebrate newfound wealth was by buying a mansion, and then completely forgetting that mansions come with something called expenses, property taxes, maintenance, staff. It's like adopting a very expensive pet that eats cash instead of kibble. He went from living comfortably to owning a house that required more monthly income than he had before winning. That's not an upgrade. That's a financial hostage situation. Within a few years, the mansion was gone, repossessed like a bad decision you can't undo. It's honestly impressive. He managed to turn winning millions into a long-term subscription to regret. 4. I always admire the confidence of people who win the lottery and immediately decide they're now investment experts. One guy dumped huge chunks of his winnings into can't fail ventures because nothing says financial wisdom like blind optimism and zero research. Predictably, every single investment failed with the enthusiasm of a Netflix show canceled after one season. Restaurants, startups, weird side hustles, you name it, he funded it. It's like he treated his fortune as a crash test dummy for bad ideas. By the end, he didn't just lose money, he gained experience. Unfortunately, experience does not pay rent. 5. And then we have the people who think winning the lottery makes them immune to the IRS. One winner basically ignored taxes like they were optional DLC in a video game. Spoiler, they're not. The government eventually showed up, not with congratulations, but with a bill that looked like it was written by someone personally offended. Suddenly, that life-changing money turned into a countdown clock. He went from millionaire to cautionary tale faster than you can say audit. It's honestly impressive how many people treat taxes like a suggestion instead of a legally binding reality. 6. One of my favorites is the winner who decided that money equals happiness, specifically the kind you buy in bulk at luxury dealerships. This guy collected cars like Pokemon, except instead of catching them all, he financed them all. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, things he couldn't even pronounce properly. His garage looked like a billionaire's Pinterest board. The problem? Cars depreciate faster than your motivation on a Monday morning. Within a few years, the collection turned into a museum of bad financial decisions. He didn't just lose money, he lost it in style, which I guess is something. 7. Some winners take a more creative route to destruction. One guy decided to throw parties, not normal parties. Legendary people will talk about this forever parties. And they did, mostly because of how quickly he burned through millions. Imagine turning your bank account into a fireworks display, bright, loud, and gone in seconds. Friends, strangers, people who just heard there was free alcohol. Everyone showed up. And when the money ran out, so did the invitations. It's amazing how quickly a social circle disappears when the bar closes permanently. 8. Then there's the winner who thought becoming a landlord would be easy money. Buy properties, collect rent, relax. Simple, right? Except managing tenants is basically a full-time job with bonus stress and zero appreciation. He underestimated repairs, bad tenants, and the fact that buildings don't magically maintain themselves. Within a few years, his passive income turned into active chaos. It's like he accidentally signed up for a reality show called Financial Nightmares. In the end, the properties were gone, and so was the illusion that easy money exists. 9. I have a special appreciation for the people who win millions and immediately decide to reinvent themselves as celebrities. One winner tried to launch a music career because nothing says I should be a singer like suddenly having money. He poured ridiculous amounts into recording, promotion, and trying to convince the world he had talent. The world disagreed loudly. It turns out you can buy studio time, but you can't buy taste. He didn't just fail, he funded his own embarrassment. It's like paying for front row seats to watch yourself flop. 10. Some winners don't just lose money, they attract chaos like it's a hobby. One guy's win basically turned his life into a magnet for lawsuits, scams, and questionable friends. It's like money unlocked a secret level of human nonsense. People sued him for everything, real or imagined. He spent more time in court than enjoying his winnings. By the end, he wasn't rich. He was just exhausted. Turns out, having money doesn't solve problems, it just upgrades them to premium versions. 11. Then we have the genius who decided to gamble with his lottery winnings, because clearly winning once means you're on a streak, right? He treated casinos like his personal piggy bank, except the piggy bank was actively fighting back. Unsurprisingly, the house always wins. It's literally the business model. Watching someone gamble away a fortune they already won is like watching someone win a marathon and then immediately run back to the starting line. Except now, they're barefoot and on fire. 12. One winner thought the best investment was other people's opinions. He hired advisors, consultants, and anyone who sounded confident enough. The problem is, confidence and competence are not the same thing. He ended up surrounded by people who were very good at spending his money, just not at growing it. It's like outsourcing your brain to strangers and hoping for the best. By the time he realized what was happening, the money was gone and the experts were too. 13. I can't ignore the winners who try to fix their entire family tree with cash. One guy basically became the financial backbone of every relative he'd ever heard of. Cousins, uncles, people who might have been related. It didn't matter. He tried to solve generational problems with one bank account. Spoiler, you can't. Instead, he just created bigger expectations. When the money ran out, the gratitude didn't stick around. It's a harsh lesson. Money can buy temporary peace, but it also rents long-term resentment. 14. And then there's the person who thought moving to a tropical paradise would fix everything. New life, new start, no responsibilities. What could go wrong? Well, everything. Turns out, relocating doesn't magically grant you financial discipline. He spent like he was still winning the lottery every week, not realizing the jackpot was a one-time event. Eventually, paradise became a very expensive mistake. It's like running away from your problems, only to realize they booked the same flight. 15. Finally, I have to mention the winner who simply refused to change anything, except their spending habits. Same mindset, same decisions, just with more zeros. It's like giving a toddler a credit card and expecting maturity. He burned through millions on random purchases, impulse decisions, and things that made sense for about 5 minutes. No plan, no structure, just chaos with a bigger budget. And when it was all gone, he ended up right back where he started, except now with a story that sounds less like luck and more like a warning. 16. I love the winners who decide that what their life really needed all along was a yacht, not a reasonable boat, no, a floating monument to poor decisions that costs more per year to maintain than their old salary. One guy bought one immediately because nothing screams, I understand money, like purchasing something that literally leaks expenses. Docking fees, crew, maintenance. It's like owning a small country that only exists to drain your bank account. And the best part? He barely used it. It sat there, quietly depreciating, like a luxury reminder that impulse control is optional when you're temporarily rich. Eventually, he had to sell it at a loss, which is the financial equivalent of buying a diamond and trading it in for a paperclip. 17. Then there's the winner who thought starting a charity would be a great idea, which sounds noble until you realize he treated it like a personal checking account with better branding. Money went in, money came out, and somehow none of it actually helped anyone. It's amazing how quickly helping others turns into helping myself feel important. Within a few years, the charity was under investigation, the funds were gone, and his reputation was doing a disappearing act. Turns out, if your business model is good intentions and zero oversight, you're basically running a nonprofit version of chaos. 18. I always admire the winners who think they can outsmart the system by taking the lump sum and then immediately acting like it's infinite. One guy burned through it so fast it looked like he was being chased by debt collectors in real time. He upgraded everything, house, cars, lifestyle, but forgot to upgrade his self control. It's like installing luxury furniture in a house with no foundation. Within a few years, the money was gone, and he was left wondering how something so large could disappear so quickly. Spoiler, it didn't disappear. He spent it like it offended him. 19. There's a special category for winners who decide to open bars and restaurants. I don't know what it is about sudden wealth that makes people think they're Gordon Ramsay, but it's a recurring theme. One guy opened a bar for his friends, which sounds great until you realize his friends interpreted free drinks as a permanent policy. The place hemorrhaged money faster than it served cocktails. It turns out running a business where no one pays is not sustainable. Who knew? Within a short time, the bar closed and he basically funded the world's longest happy hour. 20. Some winners go full main character mode and decide they're now above normal rules, especially financial ones. One guy ignored bills, loans, and basic responsibilities because, in his mind, being rich meant consequences were optional. It's like he thought money came with a force field. It didn't. Creditors showed up, reality hit, and suddenly he was dealing with problems that money could have solved if he hadn't ignored them. It's incredible how quickly people confuse having money with understanding money. They are not the same thing. 21. I have to mention the winners who think real estate flipping is just buying a house, watching a few shows, and becoming instantly rich. One guy dove in head first, buying properties like he was collecting Monopoly pieces. The problem? Real houses don't magically upgrade when you say renovation out loud. Costs ballooned, timelines stretched, and suddenly his easy profit turned into a construction-themed nightmare. By the end, he wasn't flipping houses, he was flipping between stress and regret. It's like he accidentally signed up for a reality show called Extreme Budget Collapse. 22. Then there's the winner who decided to invest in friends' innovations, which were basically ideas that sounded impressive until you thought about them for more than 5 seconds. One guy poured money into a business that promised to revolutionize something vague and important sounding. It didn't. The product never launched, the company disappeared, and the money followed. It's like funding a dream with no blueprint, and somehow the only thing that materialized was regret. Turns out, enthusiasm is not a business model. 23. I genuinely enjoy the winners who try to live like celebrities overnight. One guy started traveling constantly, first class flights, luxury resorts, the whole I've made it package. The problem is, vacations are supposed to be temporary. He turned them into a lifestyle. It's like living in a permanent highlight reel with no behind the scenes budget. Eventually, the money ran out, and so did the illusion. Turns out, you can't vacation forever unless your bank account also gets a vacation from reality. 24. Let's talk about the winner who bought multiple houses because one clearly wasn't enough. Different cities, different vibes, same financial disaster. He couldn't keep up with maintenance, taxes, or even remembering where he owned property. It's like collecting responsibilities instead of assets. Eventually, he had to sell them off just to stay afloat. It's impressive. He turned real estate into a liability so efficiently it almost feels intentional. 25. There's always at least one winner who thinks they can turn money into fame. One guy tried acting, producing, and basically buying his way into Hollywood relevance. He funded projects no one watched and surrounded himself with people who were very supportive of his spending. It's amazing how quickly I'm investing in my passion turns into I'm financing my own irrelevance. By the end, the only thing he produced consistently was losses. 26. Some winners just go full chaos mode. One guy spent money like it was a limited time event, luxury items, random splurges, things he didn't even need. It's like he treated his bank account like a clearance sale. The logic seemed to be, if I don't buy it now, I might miss out. What he actually missed out on was long-term stability. Within a few years, everything was gone, replaced by a collection of stuff that depreciated faster than his decision-making. 27. Then there's the winner who trusted the wrong people entirely. He handed control of his finances to someone who seemed trustworthy, which is a bold strategy considering how often that goes wrong. Spoiler, it went wrong. Money vanished, investments failed, and suddenly he realized he had outsourced his entire future to someone else. It's like giving a stranger the keys to your house and being surprised when the furniture is gone. 28. I always find it fascinating when winners think they can keep their old habits and just scale them up. One guy had a tendency to spend impulsively before winning. After winning, he just did it with more zeros. Same decisions, bigger consequences. It's like upgrading a problem instead of fixing it. Unsurprisingly, the result was the same, just louder and more expensive. It proves that money doesn't change you. It just amplifies whatever was already there. 29. Some winners try to live the dream by never working again, which sounds great until you realize they also never planned how to sustain that dream. One guy treated his winnings like a lifetime salary without doing the math. Spoiler, the math didn't work. He ran out of money long before he ran out of time. It's like quitting a marathon halfway through because you found a shortcut, only to realize the shortcut leads nowhere. 30. And then we have the winner who managed to lose everything, not through one big mistake, but through a series of small, consistent bad decisions. Overspending here, ignoring something there, it adds up. It's like death by 1,000 receipts. Nothing seemed catastrophic at the time, but together they created a perfect storm of financial collapse. It's almost impressive how quietly things can fall apart when you're not paying attention. 31. And finally, the undisputed champion, the winner who had it all, and somehow managed to end up worse than before. Not just broke, but dealing with debt, stress, and the kind of regret that makes you wish you'd never won it all. That's the real twist ending. You start with millions and somehow finish with less than zero. It's like winning the ultimate prize and turning it into a cautionary tale. If there were awards for wasting opportunity, this would be a lifetime achievement. So apparently, the quickest way to ruin your life isn't bad luck. It's winning big and immediately turning into your own worst financial advisor. Millions came and went like spare change, and somehow the only thing that lasted was the regret. Now I'm curious, who takes the crown for absolute genius level stupidity here? Drop your pick in the comments, or tell me a worse one if you've seen it. And yeah, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy watching people speedrun bad decisions.